Thank you so much for joining me today. Before I started this company, I was working as a lawyer, but the Venezuelan economy collapsed in 2017, so I needed to find a way to support my family and afford cost of living in the country. So I went to New York, I connected with a home care agency in New York, which is still one of our clients, our very first client, and then I came back to Venezuela and I hired Jose and Natasha for their staffing agency. And this is my why. I want to give life-changing job opportunities to as many competent and smart professionals as I can in Latin America. And the reason why I love BNI is because this network is helping me achieve my why. 12 virtual professionals in Latin America are hired through members of this chapter, other chapters, Ontario, and in the US. So thank you so much for helping me achieve my why. And I also love to help business owners reclaim their time, reclaim their freedom, and buy back their time, increasing their net profit by reducing their payroll budget. 9 years later, we are 140 people, and these are our offices in Venezuela. We have a cool swimming pool, and we own this place that can host 70 workstations. We also have an office here in Burnaby. Thank you, Minerva, the Queen of Construction, for visiting us here at our office here. And Carlos, who is Dr. Alex's partner, is helping me set up a podcast studio in our office. So more to come about that. This is my core team. They run the day-to-day operations of the company. And last year in January, my family and I moved to Canada after 2 years living in Colombia, going through the permanent residency process. So we moved in here as permanent residents. And I've been reading this book, studying it for years. This is my favorite Canadian author, and I wanted to share what I learned from this book with all of you. Because I knew he's Canadian, I looked it up, and he lives in Kelowna. So I drove to Kelowna a couple of times to hike with him. This is the guy, Don Martel. I even took my family with me so they could learn from his youth program, King's Club. And I enrolled in an in-person workshop, $15,000 US to go through his office, his home, and learn directly from him and his team. I did all of that last year. Now, this book has many concepts. We're going to go over 3 basic concepts. First, your buyback rate. If your hourly rate is $100 and you take 25% of that, that's $25. It means that you should delegate everything that you can pay someone to do for $25 or less. If you decide to do it yourself, you're costing your business money. You're working against your business because you are the most expensive employee of your company. Your company doesn't pay you to do lower level, lower value tasks. It pays you to do the higher level stuff. So delegate everything else that you can afford for 25% of your hourly rate. Then second concept, do a calendar audit. Review what you're spending your time on and rate it in energy and value tasks. And delegate everything that doesn't make you that much money or that drains your energy. And the order that this book suggests that you're going to replace yourself so you can actually work on the business and break free from the prison that we have built for ourselves as business owners is this order. So how I have implemented this order from this book into my business. So the first step of the ladder is the admin work. My executive assistant is the CEO of my inbox and my calendar. She takes care of all my admin work. She ordered the books for all of you guys, just to give you an example. And then we also have an admin team that takes care of all the billing, the invoicing, the bookkeeping. She meets with Raul for all of our taxes, with the American accountants for all of that. So I don't have to deal with any accountants or with any financial stuff at the company. The second step is the delivery service. This is my recruitment team. They are in charge of the hiring process, the vetting process, the evaluation process, and my HR team. They deliver our service. The following step is our marketing. We have social media managers, graphic designers, video editors. So we post consistently every single day on social media, so we get clients every single month while I'm sleeping. And then we also have a sales team. These are the people in charge of calls follow-up, CRM, emails, and all of you who have hired through my company, you know Alvaro and Giovanni because they own the sales process. I don't, and they are better salespeople than I am. And then the final step, to break completely free, a leadership team. I have my Chief Operation Officer who is in charge of all of our C-suite executives, so the company keeps running while I'm doing what? Well, while I'm representing Team Canada at the BNI National Conference, holding the Canadian flag as a brand new member, and having a VIP lunch with the founder of BNI by invitation only, and I'm 1 week away in Orlando taking care of the conference while my company keeps running and growing because the team is building the business. I also get to hike with clients. This is Utah's highest mountain with one of our clients, Steve, last year. I get to network with the amazing people from Terminal City Club. Thank you so much for coming. This is Cash. He's working with us for 1 year. And then building relationships with all of you, doing one-to-ones, preserving the team's culture, joining only the big team meetings, not the small ones. And my favorite hobby, making babies. This is my fourth baby, the first Canadian of the family, turning today 4 months young. If you scan those QR codes on your table, my team vibe coded using AI, a role builder tool, so you can develop job descriptions, KPIs, and SOPs for any role that you want to hire. So if you follow the steps, calculate your buyback rate so you know how much you can afford, conduct a calendar audit, and start delegating following the replacement ladder. Now, I couldn't afford a 30-people team in Canada. Maybe I could pay 5 of them if I want to pay livable Vancouver wages. But the reason why I hire in Latin America is because I'm doing something great for our people down there and I'm able to afford a bigger team. These are my ideal referrals. Steve is an IT company owner. He hired 10 computer engineers who are right there with us, and home care agencies. We love those. They hire 6 people full-time, 40 hours a week from our offices, so please send them my way. But we also love BNI referrals, like Hazel Walker, the owner of the franchise, hired Carlos, our automation specialist. Jason hired Maria as his project coordinator, 20 hours a week. Raul hired Ligia as his admin specialist, 40 hours a week, working from our offices. And Ann Brennan, the executive director from Central Maryland in the US, hired Miguel as his 40 hours a week executive assistant. But the only thing you will remember from this presentation is that I'm the one and only father of 4 under 40 of this group. And if you want to help me on my mission to repopulate Canada, please send those referrals my way. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I was to take 2 questions for Randy.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
You've been traveling a lot recently. I followed the BNI Instagram page.
Nice.
And, I've been seeing you traveling a lot. What are your biggest takeaways from the different diversities that you come in communication?
Great question. So the reason why I'm able to travel is because the team runs the day-to-day operation, and I am everywhere. So I love building relationships with different communities. Even though I'm a newcomer in Canada, I love building relationships with my Terminal City Club people who came here to support me so early in the morning, with my BNI people, not just from this chapter, but across Canada, across the US. And yeah, I do love traveling. I think you learn so much just by traveling to other places.
Oh, and Will, quick question, quick answer.
Basically, you're huge on delegating and wanting to buy back time. So let's say hypothetically in 10 years from now, you look back at what you've done. What would be the number one thing that you would say 10 years from now, your 10-year-old version of yourself that you would want to buy back?
I want to feel proud that I had 10 kids and that growing the business didn't stop me to achieve that goal and interrupt me to achieve my life goal. That's what I want.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. How we use our time will make or break our success. This is one of my favorite books from my favorite Canadian author, Dan Martel. And for the visitors and guests in the room, this is all for you. Now, for the members of the chapter, this national flower of Venezuela and Colombia is for you. This is for the door prize. If you want also a copy of the book, book a one-to-one with me during this month and I'll give it to you. Visitors and guests, please grab a copy at the end of the meeting. Thank you so much.